Live. What you lot saying, man? What you lot saying in the comments? Yo, Steve, what you saying, bro?
Bro, I'm cool. Obviously, I'm 8 hours behind you, so I'm getting all the news late. I'm seeing the great things that Rashford just did, and then obviously already seeing some of the negative things coming behind it, which is crazy that someone can do something so good and people will
Yeah.
still, find a way. So, yeah, but I'm good, bro. I'm good, man.
Yeah, wicked, bro. Nah, man, it's been a good day still. Big up everyone in the comments as well. It's been a good day, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Marcus is showing you that if you use your platform, yeah,
Right.
regardless of who you are, it's just numbers, bro. You can put pressure on people, bro. Do you know what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah,
On the government to do something.
yeah, yeah,
That's massive, bro. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Because they always say with athletes, just stick to playing sport, bro. You've seen now with what he's done, you can put pressure on people, bro.
No, you can. And the fact that they've reversed what they were doing. What I will say, though, is the narrative's already been built. When Rashford
Yeah,
doesn't score for 5 games,
yeah,
they're going to say, he should concentrate more on playing and scoring goals than trying to be the next activist or whatever. So that's
yeah,
the Sun, Daily Mail. They've got those articles ready to go. Like, it's ready.
yeah.
If he scores, no problem. The second his performance drops off, even if it's for any reason, they're going to link it to he's concentrating too much on the social justice stuff and not actually playing, which is a sad thing because you're doing something so great and people are still going to hate. But he's what, 21, 22 and doing all this? So
He's 22, bruv. That's why you have to hail up his mum as well, bruv.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
any woman that raises a 22-year-old here with a
yeah,
head like that on his shoulders,
yeah,
you have to
yeah,
big up Mumsy, you get me? Man,
yeah.
like Marcus Luther King and that, black. That's what them man are going to be calling them, black. I swear down.
No, I rate him highly. What he's done there, because again, I was one of them kids, so it would have benefited me what he's doing. So it's like, no, I can only respect him because the truth is, he doesn't have to care. Rashford's a
No.
multi-millionaire, he's set for life. He
Yeah.
doesn't have to care. He's gone so hard during this pandemic with just helping people that I'm not the biggest Rashford football fan in general. Like I don't
Me
really,
neither.
but as a person, you don't like him.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just that, like, I don't think he's good as everyone thinks he is. But as a person, bro, he's one of my favorite
Yeah.
people right now, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
On the
yeah.
planet, you know the ones there because what he's done, and he's used his platform of 8 million on Instagram, 2 point whatever million on Twitter to mobilize and do something. He raised 20 million on his own, and he got the government to cough up 120 million pounds, bro. You have to respect it. I got a Tory government that took everything away from all these kids, and he's made them give it back, bro. Do you know how big that is?
Nah, I rate that. I respect that. I respect what he's done. I'm just I just know what's coming. I've seen this happen before. Someone, especially a black person, does something good like this. Those narratives are inbuilt, but we don't watch that. We're happy for what he did. Like I said, I'm one of the kids growing up that would have benefited from what he just done. So, I respect Rashford highly. That's a big, big thing he's done, man. Big, big thing. Hopefully, he bangs it in on the pitch so no one can say nothing to him.
Yeah, I think that this is bought him a lot of time anyway, even if he doesn't start well. You know them ones.
Yeah.
Like literally, like you just can't fault the guy. Like loads of people talking about PR and this, that, and the other. But yeah, don't get me wrong, it's brilliant PR. Like I've heard him speak. I know that he's not typing these tweets, innit? Like and I know he didn't write those letters either. But who cares, bro? Because it's under his guidance. Like his management don't have the money. It's his money.
You don't think he's typing the tweets?
Not all of them. You know what I mean? You can see. You can see, like, do you know what I mean? Like when you hear someone speak, you can see how they would write. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like some of the stuff that I'm seeing, like when he definitely didn't write that. Do you know what I mean?
I've never heard him speak. Yeah, to be honest. Yeah,
but it doesn't matter, bro. You know that was like loads of people saying PR. Yeah, listen, these guys have PR teams.
Yeah,
they have PR teams.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They pay these guys to do what that's their job, innit? These guys are brands now, so you're gonna pay people to deal with your PR. There's nothing wrong with that. You still need to put the money up.
Agreed. Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it still needs to be something that you believe in as well. So regardless of course he looks good doing this, but that's not why he did it. Because if that was the only reason he did it, why would he put that much money up?
Yeah, I agree. No, and it's not the first time. He's been doing since the beginning of the quarantine. He's been going hard for this. You can tell he cares. It's genuine. I didn't even think of the PR angle. Yeah, it's good PR, whatever, but bro, it's work. He's still concentrating on tactics and training and getting himself ready to take 2-3 hours of his day to do what he's doing with this, working with his team. at 22, I think back to myself at 22, bro. Honestly, I respect him highly. Like he's on his way to a knighthood. Like it's that serious.
Yeah,
Like, he's on his way to a knighthood. So
amazing person, bro. You know, because the thing is with a lot of these footballers, because they're so sheltered, you don't really get to know what they're like as people. Do you know what I mean? And some of the things they do, like they donate money to charity, and a lot of these stuff goes under the radar because it's kind of on the side. But what to go up against the government, bruv? Like that's big, fam. Do you understand? Like that's massive. When you got man atting MPs on Twitter saying boom, 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 what now? Like, bruv, like that's the only way to get what you want in this life is to put pressure on these people because they're not just gonna give it to you, bro.
Exactly. Especially coming from where we've come from. Is he? See, I don't know much about Rashford at all. Where is he actually from? One.
He's from Manchester.
That's his bread and butter. Up to the academy from the that's his home. Yeah, respect that. No, respect it. Really, really respect it. But let me switch to why. What's your issue if you have one with his game? What's missing?
What's that?
What's your issue if you have one, or what's missing with his game?
Bruv, it's definitely the decision making, and like that's what it is, and it's just it's knowing when to do what in it, that which comes with the decision making, bro. There's different types of decision making. There's final ball decision making, and there's knowing when to play when you're facing, when to hold, when to turn. He doesn't have that yet. He's still very raw. Do you know what I mean? But it's coming. Yeah. It's coming slowly, but it's coming.
Where's his best position?
Out left for sure. Out left for sure. Down the middle, you need to have wing mirrors in it. Like when you're in the middle of the pitch. When you play out on the left, you just need to look inside, bruv. And he's so direct. He just wants to pick up the ball and run at people. Like that's what he loves doing, bro. Do you know what I mean? So for me, he has to be out wide where he can receive the ball in space and have man on toast, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like playing in the center of the park. I believe that kind of football IQ, like it's not everyone has it. You know, them ones there, like
especially with his way of playing. I mean, the ultimate guy with that style who played down the middle was for me Thierry Henry. But what he did well was he would drift out to the left and do 1-2s with Ashley Cole, link up with Perez and that. But Henry came from the wing to the inside, and he had what you call in wing mirrors. He had that. Henry was so good on the ball, decision making, top notch, like absolutely brilliant. So I'll say that I've not seen enough of Rashford. Like I watched Man U, but I've seen him down the middle play well as well. I think there was a game against Liverpool. Was it this year? Yeah, and he was. I mean, giving Van Dijk fits, just absolute fits. So he can do it. On the left, the game's more simple for him. He can be a bit more direct and just dribble at people. When I played, I had the same issues playing down the middle, playing down the left, where being on the wing, if you're a dribbler, is a lot easier because the game's
you get so much time on the ball, bro. The game's in front of you.
It's simplified, In the middle, it's a lot more off the ball movement, running. You got to hold it up. You got to link up. It's a lot more to the game in that sense.
It's a different game completely, bro.
Yeah.
People that haven't played the game at a decent level do not understand. Playing in the middle of the pitch, there's so much for you to worry about. You got to worry about man here, man here, man here, man here. When you're playing out on the wing and you're receiving the ball facing play, you only have to worry about what's inside. You can see down the line, no one's going to tackle you from off the pitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you only have to think about what's here.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's a completely different game, bro. To have the brain to come inside and be able to be composed on the ball with man around you, use your body if you need to use your body.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, them kind of things, they're
it's
not easy, bro.
Yeah, you're right. It's simplified. But so is Martial better then?
Down the middle, yeah, for sure. But I think he's a better footballer in terms of his technical ability and his reading of the game and his composure in front of goal. But they're different kind of players because Rashford's way more explosive. Do you know what I'm saying? If Rashford could finish like Martial, he'd be one of the best players in the world, bro.
Yeah.
Because physically, he's a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Like his athleticism, his builds, like he ain't got the height, but the way he's lean and powerful, he reminds me of like Michael Jordan, bro. You know the way Jordan was built, just lean.
Yeah, he's an athlete, like an athlete, natural athlete. He can run fast, jump high, super flexible. Yeah, I get. Yeah, I've not seen enough. I've watched Rashford, but to analyze his game, maybe not enough, but I can see for sure why he might be better out wide then. Yeah, it's a good shout. Very, very good shout.
Yeah, he's rapid, bro. Like, his pace is a joke, innit? But Tony doesn't have that explosive pace, but he's got enough pace to get away from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But Martial's quicker with the ball at his feet. But when Rashford pushes the ball at his feet, he's gone, bro.
Yeah.
You know them, man. So they're different kinds of players. So they complement each other well in the team because Martial will drop deep, hold the ball, roll a man, wait for someone to join in, lay it off. Do you know what I mean? And then Martial and Rashford, you play him the ball on the counter, he's just flicked it around the corner, he's off. Do you know what I mean? And that's how he's. It's a different, completely different style of play, different players, isn't it? It just depends on what you like. A lot of the younger generation, the FIFA generation, I like to call them, the 2000 babies, they're just about pace, bro. That's what they're about. They love their pace.
True.
And if you love your pace, you're going to love Marcus Rashford because he's got pace in abundance, isn't it?
Maybe it's just me, but I was having this debate the other day. Even when I played, even playing MLS back then, it was very much like the Premier League where it was physical, fast and that. But the football I grew up in an era where there's a position that you don't have it anymore, the true number 10. So people like Ariel Ortega, Recoba, Rui Costa,
Bro, Recoba, my brother.
That's what I'm saying. Those players, like those are like, they weren't fast, they weren't big, they weren't even that strong, but they were so
like Riquelme and them, man. They were just
so technical, so clever. Like Rivaldo, for me, I've always said he's one of the most underrated players of all time. Like what he did at Barcelona was unbelievable. But so I go more towards them kind of footballers right away.
Me too.
Guys, right away, there's someone who just thought it's good, you need it. But if you can like just manipulate the ball and make the game flow and just look pleasing on the eye, that's for me the kind of footballers.
Ball manipulation, ability to play at your own pace. But you know, certain players are so good, it don't matter what happening around them. They're taking as much time as they need to take.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? Juan Riquelme was one of them ballers, but Pavel Nedved, cold. Kaka had the footwork and he had the explosive pace as well.
What a player.
You see them kind of ballers.
Not in a bad way. This is a sore subject, but when I knew Kaka was a mad guy, is when he went to Old Trafford, bro.
8 man.
Was it Evra and someone else? He made him run into the you know how good you got to beat some? Come on, man. No, Kaka had his year. It was he had a little year where Dino was on the way out. Then it was Kaka for a year, and then it became Messi and CR7 for the next 10 years. But no, Kaka, that's a great shot. He was fantastic. Yeah, so I don't know. I go more towards those type of footballers where Zidane and whatever, where maybe Zidane scored 5 goals a year. I don't even know if he scored that many goals a year, but I don't care, bro. You have to just watch him and enjoy him and see what he did. And so when you talk about that Rashford and Sterling, even, I like them. They're effective.
They're effective in today's game, but they don't have the technical level anywhere near these players.
Not my kind of player.
But this is why, for me, when I look at these men, I could pick all kinds of holes in their game because I'm comparing them to the elite of the elite of the elite. You know what I'm comparing them to the creme de la creme, bro. I'm not disrespecting these youths, bro. It's a different kind of football, bro. They don't have the technical level and the IQ level of these other men. They don't. The game's changed now. The game's more just about being athletes now. Do you know what I mean? When you look at most of the best players in the game now, the pace is their main ingredient.
You still get the ones who have pace and are gifted like Mbappe, where you know
Mbappe, literally, bro. Man, he's so quick that his technical ability is underrated.
Exactly. You know what I mean? He's rapid, but he understands the game.
Name is not the most in front
rapid, but he gets it. Yeah, so you still get those. Like that's why like. Take a perfect example, like Man City. They've got 3 great wingers: Sterling, Sane, Mahrez. My favorite to watch is Mahrez.
Yeah, he's the slowest.
He's the slowest one.
Yeah,
but he's technical. Like Mahrez will make you think he shot the ball, but
he just hooked it inside, bro. Van Persie used to do that as well, bro. With
the chop. Probably the only person I ever saw with a better feint, and it's close, was Nwankwo Kanu for us.
Kanu used to send man to the shops, blood.
The Kanu drag.
Back, everything.
Kanu drag. Bro, sometimes he would trick the cameraman. The camera would move thinking he shot. And you have to come back and see, bro, no. So But Mahrez is right there with the chop as well. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not hating on these guys at all. I was a fast player, so I get it. But
yeah, but you're mad technical though. Like you weren't technical. But you weren't just quick though.
You gotta be technical.
Quick, like, but you was killing man as well.
Yeah,
like, and it wasn't a kick and run beat, man. It was drop shoulder, in,
drop.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
Eat, man. I'm not seeing man do that now. You see what I mean? It's different. It's not a kick it down the line and do the Gareth Bale thing and just engine, man.
Yeah,
I'm dropping 3 step overs and putting you on your ass and then shimmying and then taking the keeper out.
That's why I rate Neymar. That's why
Neymar is cold.
Why do people hate him?
You know why they hate Neymar?
He's like really hated.
Bruv, you know why they hate Neymar? Because he's easy to hate, bruv. Because he's so good, and he rolls around like he's...
Exactly.
But also, the reason why he rolls around, what people don't understand is he gets kicked more than anyone else, bruv.
Anyone, yeah.
And then, if he doesn't roll around, you don't get the free kick, bruv. You can't stay on your feet on football. Guess what happens? You get injured. Oh, God.
True.
All the times I've got injured from tackles is because I've tried to ride them and stay on my feet.
True, yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, it's a good point. Really good point, yeah.
You have to go down, bro. Yeah, you have to go down, bro, because it takes the contact between your feet and the ground away, so you don't have any friction. Because bam, I done my knee like that. Goalkeeper slid out, and I'm thinking, I'm gonna dink it over the keeper, bro, because I wanted to score, but I should have pulled out, and I didn't pull out, and the keeper's come into my knee, snap my knee back, boom, 6 months out, bro.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
No, that's a good point.
You have to ride the challenges sometimes, bro. It's not even worth trying to stay on your feet.
That's definitely a big reason why I think it's that. I think also because he doesn't care. When he left Barca to go to PSG, obviously it's for the money. He's getting 200 mil a year. I don't think he cares what people think. So I think there's that part of it as well. Same thing we saw here in the NBA. People hate Kevin Durant. When Kevin Durant said, I'm going to leave and go play for Golden State. It's like, I think anytime an athlete does the thing that most people wouldn't do or take the decision in their own hands, like Neymar leaving Barca at the peak when you thought that's Messi's replacement.
They were like, it's for the money.
Yeah, he didn't care. He went. That's what he wanted to do. So I respect people that do that. And I just think we're missing out on one of the greatest talents of all time by arguing about him and hating on him, bro. Neymar, again, the French league is a joke league. I get that. He's still scoring every time he plays. You still got to do it.
Yeah, but bro, you see Neymar, Neymar is proof, that when people decide they don't like someone, they will ignore all the facts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Neymar factually has scored more goals than he's played games in this league.
Bro.
He does it in the Champions League. He does it at international level.
He did it at Barca.
He did it at Barca. He was arguably the most effective player in that three.
Sick.
Do you know what I'm saying? That Champions League comeback was 99% Neymar.
Neymar. He put the team on his back and drove them forward. It's like he brought new levels out of even Messi because you had 2 guys on opposite wings, Suarez down the middle, and obviously Messi is Messi, I know, but the focus wasn't just on Messi. Neymar could do the same thing. He could beat 3 or 4 men and bring Messi into the game as well. So they miss him. They've got Griezmann since then. They've bought Dembele. Good players. They understand what Neymar was. Those guys aren't even cleaning Neymar's boots. So what I do think, though, I think within 2 years he'll leave PSG. He'll end up at one of the big teams.
I said him and Mbappe need to be on different teams so they can go at it.
Barca and Madrid. That would be. Ooh, that's put Pogba in Madrid as well. That's a good one because Pogba's not staying there either. Pogba's not staying.
One more year at United, I reckon, and then pulls off me. Do you know what I'm saying?
We talked about it a bit last time we talked, but it's sad, man. It's so sad how he's been treated. It's so sad.
It's fine because you know what? As soon as he leaves, you'll get the Ballon d'Or, bro. That's all what happens. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, what happened? He'll probably leave, play an international tournament, and go and get the Ballon d'Or, bro. Like, it's written for him. He has to win one, bro. Because when Ronaldo and Messi leave, it's him, Mbappe, and Neymar, bro.
Yeah.
And when it comes to popularity, I just don't think people like Neymar enough. Do you know what I'm saying? They just don't really like him the way they should like him.
Where'd you put Hazard in that, though?
He's not in that conversation.
No,
because Hazard's attitude is not good enough, bro. He doesn't have the application to perform consistently at that level for long enough to compete with someone like an Mbappe, who's like he's the new golden boy. Everyone loves him. Do you know what I'm saying? And these things, popularity too. Don't get it twisted. Like popularity is a massive thing in football. People just think that the best players always get the awards. That's not what happens.
No, that definitely isn't true. I personally, this is me personally, I hate the way football's gone, where it's heavily stats based, where people are suspending logic and just talk about numbers, and where someone like Luka Modric can win the Ballon d'Or because of a good World Cup. Look, he had a fantastic World Cup.
Joe.
Ballon d'Or should be nothing to do with what your club won. Like, this is who's the best You can be the best player on the worst team and deserve to win a Ballon d'Or. It's not
Absolutely.
about Ronaldo. He won the Champions League this year. That one won that. No, bro. There was a year. I will stand by this till my grave. In 2002, the Ballon d'Or should have gone to JJ Okocha because he was playing for Sam Allardyce at Bolton, scoring bangers every week.
He was moving mad, you know.
Bro, come on, bro. He was playing for Bolton. And he kept them from relegation, bro. Not making Roy Keane, flicking over Patrick Vieira. Come on, man. Kocha was doing a madness, bro.
But this is why football is, again, it's bullshit, bro. Because most of the time, the most popular people, in the biggest club get all the accolades. It's just like this season, I said, 100%, the Sheffield United manager has to be Premier League manager of the season. But Klopp's going to get it, though. You see what I'm saying? But the Sheffield United manager, for what he's done with the players he's got, nobody can say that they've had a better season than him. No one.
Very true. Very true. I think Klopp is going to get it because of the way they did it. Klopp has more of a shout, though. It's between Klopp and Wilder. You're right. I don't like the campaign for Henderson to win any player. It's horrible, man. I can't stand that, man. Let's just be honest people here. Henderson hasn't had the best season in the Premiership.
He hasn't. And when you look at his numbers, bro, his numbers ain't even better than John Joe Shelby's. Bro. He's not. And put the numbers next to it because it's like sometimes, because obviously when I do the eye test, I can see that this guy ain't all that. But sometimes you need to kind of put something
and see.
And literally, I said to one of the guys that follow me that does stats, I goes, "Yo, I bet you pull me Shelby's. Shelby's stats in every department."
Yeah,
and he played for Newcastle, bro.
Yeah, that's the problem. And Hendo, he's had a great season. He's never had the best season on his team.
Yeah.
So it's like how, like I'll rate him, and he's an engine. And you get some players who what they lack in football, they make up for in just how much of a leader they are and stuff. He's one of those guys. I rate that. But don't start making campaigns for him to win Player of the Year. And let's not cheapen these awards. He used to go to like Thierry Henry. He'd go to Alan Shearer after scoring 30 goals. He would go to like let's not say Henderson has been the best player in the English Premier League this season. Because he hasn't.
Yeah, the bar's on the floor when you're doing that, innit?
Like,
the bar is on the floor when you're doing it.
What are we doing here, man? Like I don't know who's had the best season. I know it's not him. I know it's not him.
I don't think I want to live in a world here where Jordan Henderson's the best player in the Premier League.
Bro.
I don't think I want to live in a place like that. It's not a nice place to live.
It's shocking, man. Absolutely shocking. It pisses me off. It's like when I remember years ago on the FIFA World Player of the Year stage, I'm seeing Ronaldinho, Lampard, and Eto'o. Lampard came second to Ronaldinho. So I'm like, look, if you're telling me Ronaldinho's the best, thank you. But the closest thing we have to him is Lampard. Like, come on, bro. Don't F about. So
Frank Lampard was never even in the conversation for that.
No, for me, he was never a top 10 player in the world at any point. Fantastic player, fantastic scoring midfielder, all of that. He was never a top 10 football player. Never.
He was only a fantastic player on paper. When I watched him, I never ever watched him and thought, yo, I'm watching a special player.
He can't dribble. He can't beat someone. He literally doesn't have the ability to take the ball.
But again, and say, I will always throw his numbers at you when in an argument.
They're great numbers. They're great numbers.
Zidane, no one's ever thrown Zidane's stats at me ever. They just say, watch this.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's when I get into Zidane, Iniesta, Riquelme, these players who you just have to you watch them. And if you have the stats to back it up, great. But it's not even you watch these guys. Like Zidane will give you the assist to the assist to the assist. That's what he would do. He'd make the whole game go. He would drag it from his own 18-yard box, beat two guys, and then give it to Figo, say, okay, you don't go and play for a little bit. That's Zidane. So Zidane played against LA Galaxy in 2005. So I had a friend on LA Galaxy. And we always go back and forth. Who's the best guy you played against? Who's the best guy? He said, bro, Zidane has a force field around him. You can't get any space. Like you can't, bro. He has eyes in the back of his head. There's a force field around him where Zidane's playing in his own space. He's the kind of player who, if he wants to have 10 touches, he'll have 10 touches. Yeah. If he wants to have one touch, you can never rush Zidane. And that for me is the sign of a great player. They seem to always somehow have time. The same thing with Iniesta. I remember when Riquelme played against England and was walking Gerrard and Lampard, had him all in the leash. Like so that is what I look for. So with all due respect, someone like Henderson for me has had a great season and his team's been lights out, one of the best Premiership teams of all time, but not the best player in the Premiership. Not
But
even the
this
best
is
player
what
in
I'm saying, and this is
year.
why me and you can vibe in it. Because, bro, when it comes to football, we just see football differently, blood.
Yeah.
And I know it's generational with some of the younger kids. They don't understand because they didn't see these men in their prime. But the reason why, like these mans, I've seen a few players down here, all ballers, blood. David Ginola was my guy, blood. That was my brother. Like when I tell you, he is the first man that I was seeing over 6 foot, dribbling and just killing, man.
Bro, David Ginola. Oh
boom,
my god.
Boom, boom, and then he's slapping it top corner.
What a player. David Ginola. I'm seeing someone there say Zola.
Zola, again, I was speaking about Gianfranco Zola today with Boyan. I might as well tell you anyway. I interviewed Boyan Djordjic that played for United. I interviewed him today, guys, innit? The interview's coming out tomorrow, so look out for that, bro. Mad stories, bro. As soon as I mentioned Zola, the guy's head nearly went. He was like, bro, Zola's nuts. Because when man was saying, if Neymar's too small, I said, do you know how small Zola was?
Bro, Zola's 5'2".
Could man get near Zola?
That's what I'm saying. Anytime Carragher talks, there's a clip of Zola absolutely twisting up Carragher. That's all that. Every time Carragher gives his opinion, you gotta show Zola. Zola, Di Canio, another mad guy at West Ham.
Bad boy baller. And you know what? All these men were small and technical. And guess what? The Premier League was way more physical back then. So when you think that Robinho, do you remember what Robinho done in the Prem? But man think that Neymar couldn't do that.
And people say things like, Robinho could have.
Robinho was built like that, bruv. And he killed, man.
He was a player. That's some good player. Do you think this is completely? I was thinking about this the other day. Remember when we were growing up? There was this weird kind of mystique about Brazil football. Like Brazilian national team. Yeah, first of all, Brazilian players were the most skillful. They were the only ones that were doing mad things in games. Brazil national team never had formations where it was just like Cafu and Carlos. It was going like that. Do you think, Brazil's lost that? Like, does Brazil still have that? Because that, bro.
Yeah, Brazil don't have that no more.
They don't have that anymore. So
you know what I think? Yeah. I think there's just too much money in the game now, bro. I feel like the hunger's not there no more.
Yeah.
You know the ones there, like, because now Brazil are producing players like flipping, what's his name at Man City? Gabriel Jesus and
average.
Average. You know what I mean? Them men are not like, bro, Brazilian players used to be magical.
That's what I'm saying. It was a thing where Brazil was special. I remember they used to walk out holding hands for the national anthem. I'm like, bro,
Adriano,
Romario, Bebeto, obviously Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, Rivaldo. And you go even before Rivellino, Zico, Garrincha, Brazil.
Garrincha, blood as well. Fam.
That's my favorite player of the time. He's there,
disgusting, isn't it?
Garrincha, that one. Even when I hear Pele talk about him because he retired early.
I read autobiographies. I've read his.
Garrincha, mad. That's the problem. But that's bro. Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho went to Flamengo.
Yeah.
He told them, he says, "Look, I'll play. Because I'm going to sell you bare tickets, but I need 2 nights off a week. I'm going to go to the club." that is the deal. Because, bro, I've been to Barcelona. I've been past where he used to live. Yeah. His house was, waterfalls. It was designed to party. So he would come in El Clasico, slap up Ramos, go back, bring all his Brazilian friends. And
get on the helicopter, bro.
That's how he lived. That's how he. And again, that's why a lot of them, it's a 3-4 year burst and they're done. Adriano was the same. Romario, I get it, but at the same time,
but that's why I don't care about this longevity thing. At the top of their game, that's why I'm rating, man.
Who was the best? Yeah.
At the top of their game, Adriano was unplayable. Blood.
What a player!
You know the certain man, you can't kick him because he's bigger than you. You can't out-muscle him because he's bigger than you.
Yeah.
You can't catch him because he's quicker than you.
Yeah.
And he's skillful as well. He's putting man on the and then he's rassing it in the top corner.
What you just said there is why I respect Cristiano. Because players that were like that, skillful players, the scouting report was always just kick him, be physical.
Yeah.
Ronaldo came his first couple of years, man used to kick him. He went away one summer and he came back wedge, Cristiano. And suddenly he was 6'2", at Henry. These guys are big. So you couldn't kick Ronaldo anymore. You couldn't barge him. You couldn't intimidate him. So now what? And that's when he just flew off. Same with Henry. So you're right. Adriano had that. Ronaldinho was a tank. So a lot of these guys, Zola, they're strong.
Yeah, he's short, but he was stocky.
They're strong. That's
solid
these guys. They're strong. I'm seeing someone there say Guti.
What a baller!
Completely agree.
Brother, you know what it was, because Guti was in such such an iconic team, bro.
Yeah,
like, man,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It kind of like it just went over your head how good he was, bro.
Yeah,
because
he
it's
was
like
key.
everyone around him was
Galactico, bro. I missed that era as well. When Madrid used to just every summer sign someone. Figo, Zidane, Ronaldo, Beckham. It was just a mad team, man.
But that's what I'm saying. So when you see like you know what I mean, Guti, yeah, like he's surrounded by all these men, and then you had Raul that would just stick it in the goal. You know that man's there. So
Man U versus Madrid, I think it's 2002-2003 season. I know everyone remembers the second leg.
Yeah, the 4-3.
The first leg, though, but if you want to go back, if you want to know how good Zidane was, that's the first leg. I remember talking to David Beckham because Beckham played in MLS. I played against Bex a few times. I remember because this guy loves Zidane. He told me, he said, in that game, Zidane done a move to him where he didn't touch the ball. He just skipped 3 or 4 times. And then Beckham was jumping with him, hopping with him.
Yeah.
And I've gone back to watch it, but it's on there. Zidane stops the ball. Beckham's coming. And man starts making Beckham dance without touching the ball. It's like, come on, bro, man. So no, that Madrid team was levels. And that was a really good Man United team as well. So it's like that shows you.
A brilliant Man United team.
That shows you a little bit the levels as well. So nice. It's interesting there. But the Brazil thing interesting because I think Neymar captures it, but you're right. Gabriel Jesus, average.
But Neymar is the most Brazilian.
That is what they are
of today's football, like because they've got the futsal. You know what I mean? They've got the cheek of this man cheeky with it. You know them ones. Neymar's got that authentic cheeky.
Do you rate Firmino?
Yeah. He's my kind of player, bro. You know what I mean? If trust me, if my back weren't fucked, then I could still play football. Yeah, that's the
play out Firmino.
That false 9, bro, on the ball, killing man,
just linking up.
You know what pisses me off with these ballers? These men want to talk about he don't score goals, bro. He's an attacking midfielder playing false 9, bro. He facilitates all the goals in that team.
Exactly.
Goals not scored without him touching the ball, bro.
Yeah, exactly. No, for me, that's where stats are limited because you can't use stats to define Firmino. You watch him and you just go, "Wow, no, he is fantastic, man. What a player." I'm glad. You reckon.
Bro, he's amazing, bro. He's my favorite player apart from Pogba, bro. Like in the league, bro. Watch. Bobby Firmino does mad things, bro.
Yeah, Firmino is I'm actually thinking about some of the stuff he's done, the no-look passes, flicking over people's heads. Like, no, he's
man are rushing at him, and he's like, "Yep, I'll flick it over your head." You know what I mean? And it's calm, and then he'll just look away and pass it, brother. And Dino was doing the no-look pass, brother. And Firmino's just got the.
Bro, Dino, I hope the kids who didn't get to watch him thankfully there's YouTube, but there's nothing like when I was watching this man live, and we could talk about him every week.
Ooh.
Dino was a different level. Here's what. Okay.
Top 5 players of his generation. I don't care.
Who's the best? Marcelo, Ashley Cole, or Carlos?
Marcelo is one of the best footballers I've seen in the last 20 years. Pure footballer, bro. There's not a position on the pitch he can't play. I reckon he can play up front and bag 15 goals, bro.
Is he better than Carlos?
Technically, absolutely. Going forward, he's better than both of them. Defensively, Ashley Cole's probably the best defensively. Roberto Carlos is a bit of both.
Roberto Carlos was mad.
Yeah, but defensively, bruv, you could catch him. Luckily, he was quick.
He was quick, but Carlos who played a quick 1-2 to just take. He was then. Carlos was getting caught. That one is a tough one.
Marcelo, but also, when you look at Marcelo's crossing, it's better than both of theirs as well, bruv. Ashley Cole's crossing wasn't very good, but defensively, he was a pain in the ass. You couldn't get past him. But Marcelo, for me, is top 5 footballers in the world now. Like
right now,
top 5. Bro.
I think 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, no, I still think that he's the best left back in the game, and I think that he could play.
Yeah. Yo, you froze up.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yeah. Oh, that's a tough one for me, man.
Because he's a left back, man, don't look at him as a footballer. If you look at his overall game, there's no weaknesses to it.
You're right. I see what you're saying. You're right.
There's none, bro.
It's tough, man. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Him, Carlos, or Ashley Cole. For me, it depends on the day. Man, that's a tough one. But is he the best left back in the game still?
He's definitely declining, but I still think
that he's better than Robertson right now. Because those Liverpool guys are, I don't know, bro. Ooh. Oh man.
1 second, bro.
Yeah. All good.
Where's my other phone? I'm trying to make sure. Where's my flipping? See what's messing with my internet. But Robertson, brilliant player. But I just feel like Marcelo could play left back at any club in any league, no problem, bro. He's technically better than Robertson, bro. But Robertson's delivery is beautiful, bro.
Those two Liverpool guys, what they're doing. I mean, I've never seen two fullbacks that pass to each other. They just pass to each other, long balls, diagonal, cross, goal. So yeah, Robertson for me is the best left back right now. But Marcelo, in terms of what he was and is and all time, for sure, he's in that.
Another one of my guys as well, Thiago Alcantara, bro. Disgusting baller, bro.
Underrated. Underrated.
Disgusting because of the injuries. Unlucky, brother.
Underrated, and people don't really watch Bundesliga like that. But no, if you watch him, I mean, for me, it's telling. When Pep left Barca to go to Bayern Munich, the only guy he took was Thiago.
Yeah,
and he's been trying to sign him ever since from Man City. He loves him. Thiago, that's a great shout. Yeah, I wish he'd come to the Prem. He's a good footballer, man. Good footballer. That's a great shout as well.
Hey, Steve, look, there's one, bruv. 11 all favorite players, bruv. If you had to pick an 11 players, bro. Like,
not who I think is the best.
Not who you think. No, your favorite, bro. Like your favorite. Yeah, all time favorite.
In goal, Schmeichel. Because he used to make the goal look small, bro. Remember, I used to play against him. Schmeichel used to make the goal look small. In goal, Schmeichel. Right back, Cafu. Centre back, I will go. I love. I will go Carlos Puyol. I love Puyol, and I'll go Rio. Rio for me. Just
you're a proper Pep guy, though, innit? Like
I'm a Pep guy.
I never rated Puyol like that. You know,
Puyol for me. Puyol and Terry are the two I've seen him trying to block the ball with his face. Like he'll put his body on the line. Like he doesn't care. You need that guy. Rio was the first Rolls Royce centre back, just like VIP. Left back, I'll go Ashley Cole. Defensive, I'll go Ashley Cole.
In terms of favourites, yeah?
Yeah, who I like, No, favourite, I'll probably put Carlos. I'll put Roberto Carlos.
Okay,
I enjoyed watching
Carlos. If you're building a team to play the kind of football you want to see them play.
Yeah, I'll play Roberto Carlos there. Yeah. And then, depends on formation, whatever, but for sure, my midfield, Vieira is in there. For sure, my midfield. I enjoyed watching Patrick Vieira.
Me, I'd have Edgar Davids there because I just liked him.
Yeah, he was a good player.
Mad technical and he was a bastard, but
he's a good player. Yeah,
mad techie, innit? I like Davids.
The iconic look with the glasses and that. Yeah. No, I like. Vieira, Zidane in the middle.
Zizou and Dino. It has to be, bro.
Yeah, I put Ronaldinho, and then I'll probably have a free Cristiano, Messi, and Henry, something like that. But there's people I'm missing. Like, I'm leaving out. Like,
there's so many, man.
That's what
you have to do it in eras and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? I love Marcelo. Exactly. I love Marcelo as a left back. I just love him because he's so technical, bro. Like so technical. He's composed on the ball. He can defend, and then he's not just hoofing it, killing it. He'll just stick it over man's head, bro. And then
he's fantastic.
Build it up. I love Marcelo.
His link up with Cristiano on the left was strong. So
that's what I mean.
I think if I took time to think of a proper favorite, I probably would include a lot more. Like George Best is in there for me because he's one of the most underrated. George Best was on smoke. But retired early, became an alcoholic, whatever it was that people don't.
It was all of the above. Do you know
he didn't care. He got one of the best quotes ever. He says, George Best. This sums up George Best's mind. He says, in 1969, I decided to give up booze, women, and fast cars, and it was the worst 20 minutes of my life. That's what my man said. So it's like that's his mindset.
For me, it has to be R9. Do you know what I'm saying? Up front. Do you know what I mean? R9, Messi.
Yeah,
and I don't know. But the thing is, CR7 didn't even make my top 5 of all time. You know, it's mad.
Oh, you're best?
No, but I'm saying like my top 5 in terms of best. Yeah, obviously Ronaldo's numbers are nuts, but he's not in my top 5.
I think he came 6th in mine. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah, so me too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I don't think he goes ahead of Maradona for me.
No, not Maradona. For me, he's not a better player than Zidane. He's not a better player than Dino.
He's
not a better player than Messi. So it's like
exactly. That's right. See, we got the same thinking when it comes to that. But their man will say, but look at the numbers.
He's not a top 5 player of all time. No, he's not. No.
I don't think so.
Yeah. No. So your front three is in Ronaldo, Messi,
and Henry. Henry on the left, Ronaldo down the middle, Messi on the right, blood.
You couldn't defend that.
You know, you could try. You know what I mean? You'll end up with 8 men real quick.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do to that. That's that's ridiculous.
You know what I mean? Centre backs, I always love Marcel Desailly. I always love that Yap Stam as well. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where obviously Rio's my guy with the United connection, but for me, Marcel and Yap Stam were disgusting, and Lilian Thuram as a right back was ridiculous as well.
Brick wall, Thuram, that's a strong back line. Wow.
You see what I'm saying? You don't, like you see me, yeah. Like the way I like my teams to attack, I need a solid defense. I don't really care about my fullbacks flying because my attackers attack, and I don't want them to defend.
Yeah,
I want my attackers to go.
Yeah,
you know them. So I'm happy with a right back like a Wan-Bissaka, bro. Man, say no, you can't, bro. Don't attack your right back.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Mahrez in front of you. Let Mahrez beat two man.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Like, that's my philosophy. The right back don't need to be the extra man. If you've got two,
not everyone needs to be Dani Alves. Yeah. He's another one that's up there as well. Who do you have for goalkeeper?
In terms of favourites, goalkeeper. It's a hard one, bro. I don't really like keepers like that. You know them ones there, bro. They're just, most of them are just weird, bro. You know them ones. Like personality-wise, goalkeepers, I'm not really sure, bro. You know what I mean? Because I'm not really sure. In terms of ability, you know what I mean? You're looking at people like Manuel Neuer.
Yeah, there's Noah, there's Buffon.
Because he's good with his feet, you got Gigi Buffon. Maybe Gigi Buffon. I thought Iker Casillas is one of the most overrated goalkeepers. I just don't rate him, bro. I don't rate him, bro.
I'm trying to think, because the thing with him was he broke through at age 20. You don't really see that. And just was there for 15 years as the keeper. I don't remember much about Casillas. Buffon for me was clearly a top player. Italian keepers used to be Peruzzi, Toldo, Buffon. They had a great lineage. Zoff, yeah, exactly. So I always look at them. But Schmeichel, I think, he was in the era I came up with Arsenal versus Man U from 96 onwards. And when Schmeichel and Ian Wright used to get into it and go into it. But Schmeichel was, for me, the guy. Like, this is what I miss about football. I would, if Super Sunday, Arsenal, Man U, if we didn't win, I'm not in school the next day. Bro, because you know Scribs is in my class. Scribs is my new fan. Bro, I'm not in school. I can't come. It was I
remember them days. I remember when we beat you 6-1.
I can't go to school after that.
That day, bro, I couldn't believe it. It's like every time I finished celebrating, we scored again. I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean?
People forget, bro. That was Henry played in that game. That was a good. Henry scored as a one. It's like that was a good Arsenal team as well. The defense was poor that day, but no, that's what I don't know if football's still like that now. I know like the rivalry now is Liverpool, Man City for now because they're the two best teams. Back then, bro, it was 8 to 9 year run of these two powerhouses, man.
You know what I feel like with football now? I feel like there's so much money in the game. Like I feel like the players don't have the same drive to be great anymore. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these men are millionaires before they play first team football.
That's a big problem.
And then it's kind of like, what? Unless you're driven internally to be amazing. You know what I mean? They end up being child prodigies and then they get into the first team and they just coast through their career.
Who's a proper example of that? I don't know if he fits like Jack Wilshere. Does he fit?
His was more injuries, I think. Do you know what I mean? Than anything. But look, Ross Barkley, bro. Like Ross Barkley.
I don't rate him.
Bruv, when he broke through,
I remember
like he was going to be the second coming of Paul Gascoigne, bro.
I remember. I don't rate.
And Barkley. He fell off spectacularly.
I don't rate Barkley. Yeah, I've watched Barkley. I don't rate Barkley. I've seen him at Chelsea several times. Again, I've always said if I'm a young star coming up, I don't go to Chelsea. Everyone that's ever gone to Chelsea, very rarely. I mean, you talk about Salah, Lukaku, De Bruyne. Obviously, they're the obvious ones. But there was a guy called Marco Marin. He went there.
Yeah, Marco Marin. Didn't work for him. He came from Germany, didn't he?
Germany. Good winger. He was a good winger. He was coming up with Ozil. Was a good winger. Didn't work for him. It's just a lot, man. From like Danny Drinkwater, why he went there, I couldn't tell you. It's a lot. You get an odd exception, obviously, that Hazard goes there, becomes a star. But Chelsea, for me, is not. It's not that kind of club. They have different manager every year. It's never set. It's a weird club, weird culture there with Abramovich. So, but that's a good shout. Good shout there that's a good shout.
That's what I mean. I like. As I said, football is about opinions. That's what loads of people don't understand. And it's all right to have opinions, if you can back your opinions up. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why I prefer certain kinds of defenders because I like my team to attack freely.
Play a certain way,
You know what I mean? I don't want my attackers to be worried about defending. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I'm picking attackers that are specialists in attacking. I'm never going to put an attacker because he gives me a lot going that way. I don't give a shit what he gives me that way. That's what my defender's for.
Bro, I'm telling you, those managers, when I played on the wing, I had one manager, and it was this whole idea that you've got to be as good in attack as defense. It pissed me off, bro. The best managers was, if you're a winger, your job, if you can chip in here and there, that's fine. But if you're also giving me goals, assists, chances a game, go do that up there. We don't need you back here. Like, that is what good managers do. So yeah, I think those days are gone though. The hard working back and forth.
Yo, your mic's gone off, bro. Yo, can't hear you, my guy. I can't hear you. Jump out and jump back in. Can't hear you, bro. Man saying prime Mesut Ozil. Ozil was a baller. We're going to ask Steve. And yeah, that is Gabriel Zakuani's brother. It is. For the guys that are asking. You can hear me, right? Can you not hear me? All right, let me see something. Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
I'm here, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, bruv, prime Ozil. For me, yeah, I think Ozil's one of the most disrespected footballers, yeah, in the Premier League currently. And you know what it is again, yeah? People love stats, bruv. They're just obsessed with stats, bro. And the thing is, football's a science to me, bro. Do you know what I mean? And you see the thing with football, guys? With players like Ozil, you have to build the team around him. You have to play in a certain style, yeah, that allows for what Ozil doesn't give you. And the problem is with Arsenal, what we've seen at Arsenal, they don't have the defensive stability and able to give Ozil the freedom to just go around and do whatever he wants. I still think there's a player in there because you see him, he plays some ridiculous passes that no other player in the game currently you would really see them play.
Yo, I'm here.
Yeah, what are you saying on Ozil?
Love him. Because here's my thing, though. And I like the question says prime Mesut Ozil. Because I watched him 2010 World Cup give England a hiding. Like, he was at the core of that golden German generation with Thomas Müller and a bunch of them. Ozil was one of the keys. So he's just a player. At Madrid, when he left, I remember Cristiano complaining that he left. He's a guy who makes the game go. Arsenal's a very difficult situation, the Premier League is, because his body language, it's like Martial. People think Martial always looks moody, looks grumpy. You have certain players who that's just the way they are.
Yeah.
Ozil's body language, I agree, sometimes doesn't look great, but you take him out of a team and you see the difference. I don't know if he's still at his prime now. I don't know.
And the attacking players know the difference, bro.
He's a great player. Like, I'm not going to look at Ozil and say that's not a good footballer. Of course, Ozil, he sees things people wouldn't see. Like, when he had Sanchez, who could help him. I want to ask you about that in a second, but when he had Sanchez, who could actually play on his wavelength, you saw the fruits of it. Bro, what happened to Alexis at Man United? I don't understand.
I just feel like it was one too many injuries, bro.
Because he's a good player.
He is, but I think it was one too many injuries, bro, and his body just packed it in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then also, I think that, and also, I just believe that he was trying too hard at the beginning. You know what I mean? Like the pressure, like some people are just not built for that level of pressure, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I just think that he was trying too hard to prove himself. Also, I don't think the team was in their best moment collectively as well. I think there were loads of things that didn't come together, and he felt like he had to take it upon himself to do everything on his own. And it just didn't work out, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But then when you see him for his country, he still looks like there's a player in there.
He's unbelievable. I rate him so highly. So that's always baffled me. I didn't understand why that didn't work out because, he's fantastic player. Is he still? Is he on loan? Is he still? Did you sell him? What
He's on loan, bro, but he's on bare money. He's on like 400 bags, bro.
No.
You see what I'm saying? It's a mad. So I just don't really know, bro. I just don't really know. I feel like there's still a player inside there, but also it's his attitude that can he be bothered anymore? Do you know what I mean? That I can't answer because I've never met him. Do you know what I mean? And loads of people have said that he sulks a lot, and his attitude is kind of like he's just not happy. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really know, but it's not, I don't think his ability, bro, because the ability is still there.
He's a great player, man. He was one of my favorites to watch. Yeah, he was a great player as well. And you're right, watching him for Chile, he's still exactly the same. So yeah, I don't know. That's Man U's an interesting club right now. It's an interesting club the last few years, especially from where they were. But Sanchez, what a player. So
when you had him at Arsenal, it was a joke. He was a joke.
That's why I think of him and Ozil. So I do rate Ozil. I rate Ozil very highly. Is Ozil still what he was right this second now? I don't know, probably not. But prime Ozil, I mean, Ozil is he sees things people just don't see, man. He's passing, his little link up, the little flicks, spatial awareness, all those small things that don't really show up on a stat sheet. Ozil has it in abundance, man. Yeah, he in his prime goes into most teams in the world. Not every team, but most teams would have taken him. Now, probably not so much.
Yeah, it's football's a hard one, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because there's loads of different reasons why certain players just don't do well, bro. And I also think that systems are important as well. A lot of people that don't understand football just don't understand that in certain systems, certain players just do not flourish, bro.
Exactly.
Do you know what I'm saying? And it depends on how versatile a player is, because some players are really good, but they're only really good at doing one thing. You know what I mean? And if you take that one thing away from them, it's like you lose so much of them, bro. It's just like when we were having a conversation about why can't Lampard and Gerrard play together, and they were like, on paper, they should have been able to figure it out.
Yeah.
But they were both very good at their club at doing what they did at their club. But when you have to go and do something else, different ball game, my guy. Do you know what I mean? When you have to adjust your game and play a different kind of game, do you have it in your locker, bro? And a lot of men don't, bro.
Yeah, especially those two in a 4-4-2 back then. I think back then the standard of international football was so high. So they would come up against Germany and France, and you're talking 4-4-2 Lampard and Gerrard against Vieira and Petit or whoever it was at the time, Makelele. I think the standard for them to be in a 4-4-2 at the clubs, they always had someone behind them who they could just go freely. Now one has to go, one has to stay. I'm surprised England took so long to move from a 4-4-2 because they had that golden generation was a good team. I mean, you're talking, was it Seaman in goal? You're talking Neville, Campbell, Rio, Ashley Cole. Yeah. I mean, Beckham, Gerrard, Lampard, Scholes, Joe Cole.
Ashley Cole. That was Joe Cole,
and then you're talking Owen, Shearer, Rooney. Good footballers. They should have done more. So I remember they beat Germany 5-1. Remember that night when Owen had a hat trick and Emil Heskey was with him. So there was a good team, but I think England missed the boat by sticking to a 4-4-2 for too long with Sven-Goran Eriksson, and then Capello came. So I think the Lampard and Gerrard thing's a missed opportunity, man. Two really good players that should have definitely been able to figure it out.
It is, but then you look on the flip side, and you look at the fact that Zidane played left midfield over 4 for Real Madrid, for most of his career and still did what he did, and it shows the level of the man. You know the ones, and that's why I'm like, when you're comparing certain ballers, understand, that these men are not even in a conversation with Zizou. No. They're not even in a conversation.
No, Zizou belongs with the all-time greats. There's a few players you come across every generation, and they go right in there with the all-time greats, with the Maradonas, the Zidane now. You can talk about Best and Pele and Zico. Yeah, you're going to talk about Zidane forever. Like, he's going to be spoken of. For people that know, I feel like people have even forgotten how good Zidane actually was, like, especially for France. His prime, for me, was Euro 2000. That's when Zidane I'd never seen anything like it. He was a ballerina doing things he wanted to do on the pitch, and you couldn't get near him. So that is Zidane.
And he was 6'1", built like a centre half, really. You know what I'm saying? Doing that, bro. He was a big guy, bro.
Fantastic player, man. Fantastic player. Yeah. So Zidane, he's not Lampard, Gerrard. No, they're not you're not going to talk about those with Zinedine Zidane. Like you're having two different conversations. Zidane, you're arguing, is it Zidane or Ronaldinho? You're having that debate, not Lampard.
Yeah, and that's my biggest gripe, yeah. And loads of people think that I'm over harsh on English players and stuff, but
right,
you know what it is, bro. Like I can see football outside of the Premier League, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up here on like Premier League football, bro. Man grew up on Italian football. Like I followed Man United, but before a certain age, I never used to watch every Premier League game. I just used to watch United because I found the Premier League boring, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I used to watch Juventus. I used to watch even French football. I was watching Monaco and that. But bro, Italian football was where it was at for me, bro.
In the mid-90s, it was the best.
In the mid-90s, it was Italian football, bro. So think about it. When I'm like 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, I'm watching Italian football.
Yeah, it was the best league, yeah.
So when man are talking about all these ballers, I'm comparing them to Pavel Nedved, I'm comparing them to George Weah, I'm comparing them to these man.
I think people forget that mid-90s Premier League is not mid-2000s Premier League or now.
Mid-90s Premier League was trash, bro.
It was people that you have a choice to watch Nedved, Vialli, Ravanelli, all these people when they're prime in Italy, or David Batty. It's like,
and then kind of watching Paul Dickov kind of ballers and them.
Yeah, it's like
they're down.
Like Serie A had Ronaldo, George Weah. I mean, Maradona did for part of it. I mean, it was it's
bro.
Batistuta, Rui Costa, Recoba. So one of my best friends,
Javier Zanetti as well. Another Zanetti.
One of my best friends is Always Femi Martins, and when we talk, I think people don't understand how good that Inter Milan team was. That had Ronaldo. Obviously, at some point, it had Adriano, it had Recoba, it had Zanetti, it had Cruz, it had Femi Martins, it had Taribo West, it had Roberto Carlos was there for a bit. Inter had so many ballers over the years, it was unbelievable. Like that's a team for me, it's just unbelievable. Italian football, the classic Milan team of Rivaldo, Rui Costa, Shevchenko, Maldini, Nesta, Costa Curta, like fantastic, man. You're absolutely fantastic.
My guy there, Gabriel, blood, batter shooter, fam.
I remember a goal he banged it against United.
Nasty bullet.
He used to slap the ball. This guy, man,
bullet.
It was Batistuta, Gabigo. No, fantastic player.
Bro, do you see what I'm trying to say? So, like, when I see guys like him, like Zamorano, Ortega, these bros, you see the technical level of these footballers.
That's the problem.
So when man get gassed and then they say to me, boy, man, they think that I hate Rooney and that. I don't hate him, bro. I don't. But you see me, because I grew up in the era of these footballers, if you call a man the white Pele, you need to show me more than what I saw. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, he scored loads of goals over like a 14-year period, and he was a scorer of some very iconic goals, like good goals.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But for me, I just expect more, bruv. Like, we like guys that can dribble. You know them, man. We like man that can really take man out the game. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I saw him power through people, but I never see him finesse man with the ball at his feet like that. He didn't have that delicate touch the way he glide. He didn't glide past people the way that, like, the top players did. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it was more brute force and physicality as opposed to guile and intelligence and technique. You know them ones there. No, but then I like calling him the white Pele. I like him as well, but I still don't think he's in that elite tier.
No, because you're talking about the issue is that kind of player was common in Italy in the mid-90s. Like people that weren't even the best. Like people, I mean, you have. That's what we mentioned. Zamorano, his strike partner Marcelo Salas for Chile was a good player as well. Obviously, like people like Fabrizio Ravanelli, who did come to Middlesbrough and did a magnet. I would always know English football was behind anytime a decent foreigner came, how good they were. When Ravanelli came to Middlesbrough, blew it out. And Janino came to Middlesbrough. Janino was unbelievable. Man City back in the, I don't know if people remember this, I'm going too far back. Man City had a player back in the day called Georgie Kinklatzy.
Yeah, Georgie Kinklatzy.
Absolutely on smoke. Like that.
Bro, even when Two-Guy here was at Blackburn, bro. Two-Guy teared off, bro.
Two-Guy. Exactly. So those are the kinds of guys I'm thinking like these were then
English football was too easy for them.
Yeah, exactly. Because they were too technical. When I seen it, Di Canio came was taking a piss. Zola, so Bergkamp. English football obviously is caught up a lot now because it has the most money, but it's a different game. It's a physical, athletic, power-based game. Same like MLS. Like I said all the time, MLS is evolving, but from when I played in the league till now, it's better, but it's still physical. You're going to be rewarded more for being a power-paced player than a brain, someone who just has a brain. So I think that's.
But this is it, and because of my preferences to how I like to see the game play, like Alessandro Del Piero was another player that I used to love growing up here.
Great player.
When I compare these man to these man, I'm like, nah, bro. Like you couldn't. If you was in a game of Rondo with these man, you'll be in there for 5 minutes. you 5 minutes, blood. Like that. Like the thing's just different, bro. Like the thing's just different. I rate technical ability and football IQ over everything, bro. Because you're born with pace, man. You can't teach a man pace, but if a man's good enough, you don't need it, bro.
Yeah. The issue is when you lose your pace, then what? That's when you kind of see.
And that's when these men get found out when they lose their pace, bro. And that's why I even said with Gerrard, as soon as he lost his legs, and he couldn't do the box-to-box thing, he was just getting carried around the pitch, bro.
It was done, yeah.
Same with Lampard as well, bro. Man ended up going away, to come back to do nothing. Whereas Scholes retired at the top because he had this.
Yeah, his brain,
He retired at Manchester United, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Gerrard and Lampard, by the time they got to the early 30s, they were cooked.
Very good point. Yeah, Gerrard especially. When Gerrard lost the explosiveness, the burst, to just run around and, he wasn't a player. I mean, people like Xavi, Iniesta played to like 35, 36 at the top level. I mean, still dictating games because they play with their mind. Very true. But everyone eventually will lose their legs. That's no question. But you do see, and you have some like Thierry Henry lost his legs and just said, "Okay, I'll play slightly differently," and he was able to.
And the best players can do that, bro.
Yeah.
Even R9, he put on weight, had bare injuries, dropped into play number 10 and turned playmaker. Like how you turning playmaker and you're the guy that's known for just scoring the goals?
Yeah. I mean, the two best examples right now is Cristiano and Messi. Cristiano's a number 9. He's a pure. I don't want to go out wide anymore. I mean, box.
And Messi's a number 8 now, bro. He was a 10 and now he's an 8.
Both of them aren't as explosive as before, but it's still at the top for those reasons. So it's true. The best players, it's up here. If you have the pace,
if you look at Cristiano's all-around game, how it's deteriorated, and Messi's is exactly the same as when he came in.
Yeah,
that's why Messi's another level, bro.
Yeah, he is. I've never seen anything like him in the sense 12 years at the top in that way, where you're always the best player. You've played 4 or 5 different positions really well. You've been a number 9, you've been a false 9, you've been a right winger, you've been a right midfielder, you've been a 6, you've been an 8. I have no words for how good this guy is. And I heard he came. I didn't watch the other day. They came back and he's really was nutmegging people. He had a goal. He had 2 assists. He does everything. He just. I can't describe what this guy. I don't know why. I don't know why he's so different. Cristiano has done a great job staying side by side in terms of numbers. But what people get twisted is this. There's a website that tracks the two of them every game they play. From Cristiano's first game at Madrid to his last game at Madrid, Messi outscored him. So this idea that Messi's the better player, Ronaldo's the better goal scorer, is not founded in logic.
It's not.
Messi outscored him. Like, in the same period, Messi had more goals in both the time in La Liga. Cristiano scores a ton of goals. Messi scores more. So it's like, the thing Cristiano's best at, Messi's still better than him. So that's where, for me, it doesn't make sense, this idea that Cristiano scores more goals. He actually doesn't. He had a couple of years where Cristiano was the Champions League man. Listen, this guy wants to go to the knockout stages, was scoring hat-tricks every week. I get that. But he actually doesn't score more than Messi. So once I realized that, I was like, well, he has no leg. And he knows. Cristiano knows in his head Messi's better. He knows. So I put Messi above him for that reason as well. There's a lot of good players. Those two, I think, we're talking about when you lose your pace, can you reinvent yourself? I give Cristiano.
Messi's been reinventing himself probably for the last
almost
4
every
years,
season.
bro.
Almost every season. Yeah.
He started on the right-hand side, moved into the false 9, dropped into the 10, and now he's probably more of an 8.
Yeah.
And he's still scoring the goals of a 9, playing in the 8, bro.
At age 32, 33 now. So he is special, man. And I respect Cristiano too, because at Juventus, he's just a number 9, stays in the box, takes his penalties, tries to score his free kick. So it's interesting, bro. Interesting, man.
It's just mad, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? That's the era that we grew up in, innit? And it's funny because a lot of people always think that the era they grew up in is the best, but the facts are, in 10, 15 years' time, we're still going to be talking about these players. A lot of these men playing today, we're not going to be talking about in 15, 20 years.
Yeah, who? I don't know who,
bruv?
Yeah.
Because even as good as Eden Hazard is, bruv,
I was just going to say.
In 10 years, man ain't talking about Eden Hazard because he ain't done anything in the game.
Yeah, I don't think I'll discuss Hazard as in, you had to have been there kind of player. I don't think so. Nah. I like Hazard a lot.
Yeah, but he's not one of them ones where, I have to show you this on YouTube. I'm not going to show my youths videos of Eden Hazard. No. I'm going to show them videos of Zidane still. I'm going to show them videos of Ronaldinho. Yeah. I'm going to show them videos. I'm going to show them videos of Pogba. I'm going to show them videos of Neymar. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to show them Messi. Do you know what I'm saying?
Current players, obviously Pogba's there. Pogba's fantastic. Neymar, Mbappe, very few. Yeah, I don't know if I'll show anybody Mo Salah. I don't think so.
Yeah, no. He's not for me, innit? Like, he's got great numbers and that, but everything he does looks accidental. Like, you know,
his knee, his knee falling to his path. And
see, we're the same kind of guys, bro. We're like, bro, man, have to know what you're doing, mean what you're doing, and just keep doing it. His thing always just looks bare mad.
He's the worst player in that front three. That's the bad thing.
Yeah, he reminds me of like, if Drogba played on the wing, like Drogba always bangs goals, but the rest of the game looks bare untidy, but it's mad effective. It just looks mad untidy, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? But he'll bounce a man, slap it top bins and that. But everything just looks bare, like arms flailing everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Rolling around, bro. Drogba to watch was terrible to watch, but you can understand why defenders hated playing against him.
Yeah, he's a beast,
because he was bare scatty, bro. Do you know what I mean? And Mo Salah's scatty, bro. Like, the ball bounces off his shin pad, and then he gets on the end of it, and then it's all mad, bro.
That's a great comparison, yeah. So I like Mo Salah, but I do think in that front three, I think he's the worst of the front three. Like, he's not a better player than Mane, he's not a better player than Firmino, but he's fantastic.
But he gets the goals, bro, because he's the greediest, bro.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's less likely to pass to someone in a good position.
He's ruthless, isn't it? You know
won't show him in 10 years. Won't show Harry Kane in 10 years.
I don't know. Harry Kane's not my kind of player, so I wouldn't show my youth that. If my youth was a striker, out of the strikers today, I'll probably show them Luis Suarez. I'll probably Aguero. I'll probably show them Lewandowski. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? But even Lewandowski's more a big target man kind of thing. I like mobile strikers that can manipulate the ball.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Suarez. I'm looking at and Aguero. That's
Suarez.
Like, I love Van Persie.
Who's better, Suarez or Aguero?
For me, Suarez, but Aguero the better finisher. But I think all round Suarez different, isn't it?
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I like Van Persie as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, Van Persie, bro, the tech, he's another one with that chop, bro. He'll pull that leg back and just send man to the shots, bro.
He's maybe the most technical, just the way he looked.
Yeah,
he was so
mad
technical.
Elegant.
Everything was perfect that he did. Van Persie was, he's actually a very, very good player. Very underrated. He's actually pretty good on TV as well, from what I see.
Yeah, because he's very intelligent. These Dutch people learn how to play football in their heads before they learn how to play on their feet, bro. Like, when I was looking at UEFA licenses, in Holland, it's the most expensive place to get your UEFA license because they give you a proper education, bro.
Okay, yeah.
It's 10,000 euros. It's not 9,700 euros, bro, because them man give you so much football knowledge that when you leave this place, bro, you've literally learned the game.
I'm gonna know.
You know, so when you're doing your badges in Holland, you're learning a whole different game, bro, to everywhere. It's science to them, it's mad.
Yeah. Interesting.
No, I'm saying, so it's mad, bro.
Yeah. Bro, before we go, let me what do you obviously the Premiership's coming back.
Yeah.
What do you think? Obviously Liverpool's gonna win the league, we know that. They have 1 or 2 wins away. But like in terms of like Man U, Tottenham, like where's Man U at? What do you think's gonna happen? Like, but I haven't followed Man U well at all. Like I don't know exactly. Like are you supposed to beat Tottenham on Friday?
In my head, I'm confident to beat Tottenham. Do you know what I'm saying? Tottenham have had quite a few injuries, so have we. However, we've both got fully fit squads, but it just depends on how far along in the fitness they were. I saw Harry Kane come back, look like, you know what I mean, he'd been enjoying lockdown a bit too much. He looked overweight. Do you know what I'm saying? It's whether he can get himself back in shape. But I'm confident. I'm confident for us, man. I just feel like man for man, we're better than them. I think at this stage of the season, I think that's all that matters. And also, there's 5 substitutes now. So I think the squad depth here, the quality on the bench, you know what I'm saying? I just think that I think that we just have enough to get past them, man. Arsenal, Man City for you, bro. Woo!
5, at least 5 for Man City. Bro, here's the problem. You're giving Pep Guardiola 3 months to come up with ideas. 3 months. You're giving Pep Guardiola 3 months to think of new tactics. And then you're telling him you get 5 subs. Bro, you have no chance. He can play everyone. He can play everyone. So we have no chance. We have no chance. I
just think their squad depth is a joke, bro.
Bro, the second Sterling's tired up front, he's got 5 subs with that team against Arsenal.
Man can bring on, flipping Leroy Sané,
bro.
Sané, bro, and Mahrez, blood. If you don't want to start them, imagine you bring on Sané and Mahrez, and you're starting Sterling.
You're bringing on, so he's going to be able to play all of Aguero, Jesus, Sané, Mahrez, Bernardo Silva. That they all can play, significant minutes. So we have no chance. The fact that here's what I'm saying: the fact that we've had 3 months in lockdown, we've come out, and we're still putting some of our hopes on Pepe. We're not ready. That's it. We're not ready.
Yeah, that's it. Bruv, see, Pepe, what are you saying? Because obviously you've got Arsenal fans in here, bruv. What are you going to say? What are you saying about Nicolas Pepe, bruv? Because
it's mad because he's talented.
Yeah.
But I don't know what people thought they were getting because I've tried, and the thing is, he's one of those players I've been so patient with. And it's at a point where if he completes a pass, we're happy. We're taking any small victories we can. He's not going to be a guy that gets 20 goals a year. He's not going to be a dynamic winger. He's good. He can beat a man. Sometimes he overcomplicates it. He'll combine here and there. But he's not like a Jadon Sancho, who's just going to come in, do his thing, be effective, goal, assist, leave. Pepe's more, he can beat a man for sure. How does that fit into a team game? Here's the thing. He always looks like he's about to fall. I don't understand it.
Yeah, he always looks off balance, isn't it?
Always like he's about to fall. I don't get it. Why he always about to fall? I don't understand it. But he's decent, but Arsenal team's not good. That's the thing. Arsenal, I'm just honest. For what Arsenal wants to be, that's not a very good team. Lacazette is okay. Aubameyang, he can score, but it's not cohesive, bro. It's not. We have Torreira and Tabata. That's not off your seat. Here we go. It's not a good team. Arteta is the right man. I'll say that.
He's a good coach. I like him, bro.
Yeah, I was fortunate to train with Everton in 2010. And Arteta was there, and you could see his brain. He's a proper footballer. Obviously, he spent time with the master Pep, and he's there. He knows, but he needs time. He needs players. So we'll get there. Pepe, these guys will be okay, but we do need to upgrade. I wouldn't be surprised if Man City give Arsenal 5-0 tomorrow, or maybe it's a lucky game where City's missing every chance because they're rusty. I just think you're telling the team with Pep, here's 3 months to think of new tactics, and you get 5 subs. Bro, we're not gonna survive.
I think the neutrals are would like to see Arsenal get pammed, but 5, that'd be a bit too good to be true, blood. I think it's gonna be 3-0.
Bro, Arsenal's defense is not stopping City.
Yeah, your defense is oh, bro.
The only advantage is that Arteta might know what's coming. That's the only thing. He can set up in a way where this is what Pep.
That's the first time Arteta and Pep are coming head to head.
The first time, so he will know what Pep likes to do, but. What I'm saying is, you've given Pep 3 months. This is the same guy who was taking his left back and right back, and then in possession making them attacking midfielders. This is the guy that said his dream is to play 11 midfielders on the pitch. So these teams don't lose the ball. They're gonna have 80% of the ball, 70% of the ball. Aguero gets tired, bring on Jesus. Sterling's tired, bring on Silva. He's tired, bring on. It's too much. It's too much. The only thing is they're not good defensively either. City is an Otamendi liability. They haven't replaced Company.
Yeah,
obviously.
John Stones is trash, bro. If you put pressure on Man City, they've got goals to concede in them.
But Laporte is back and he's helped them and he's fantastic.
Bad boy defender.
Yeah, so he's come back and he's fantastic. So yeah, it just won't be good for Arsenal. Arsenal won't. And the thing is, Arsenal's not built to defend. Arsenal's going to try to attack, and too many gaps, too many holes. City's too ruthless. They're ruthless. It'll be 3 or 4 minimum. 3 or 4 minimum. I think so.
That's what I mean. And that's from Arsenal. But you're a real guy, blood. That's why.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
That's what I respect, innit? That's the same with me. If I think my team's gonna get thumped, I'll be like, you know what? I think we're gonna lose. Yeah, like, I've got no problem with that. It's a football match.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glad if we don't, but I don't see it, man. I don't see it. We'll see. When we talk again, we'll see. But
that's what I'm saying, guys. Big up, guys, for watching all the way through. Make sure you smash the like, bro. Same time every week, bro. We're gonna do this as well, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Same week, same time every week. So, yeah, man, look out for that, man. And I know you lot have always been screaming. You want more like total football shows, bro. Just about football in general, not just about specific teams, bro. So,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? We'll definitely bring that. We'll bring that your way, man, because you lot have enjoyed this. I can see all the comments down there. I'm saying you lot have been thoroughly enjoyed it, man. So make sure you smash the like button. Go follow Steve as well on Insta if you haven't already, and on Twitter. The @'s at the bottom of the screen. So make sure you go over there, man. And yeah, you're definitely gonna get one every single week, man. So look out for that, guys. Big up, and we're gonna catch you next time.